You ever have one of those moments, you're chatting with a married coworker, and they just casually mention closing on a three-bedroom house in a neighborhood you can't even afford to look at online? Meanwhile, you're making good money, you're responsible, you don't have debt, and yet you're paying a small fortune for an apartment where you can literally cook dinner from your couch. And somehow, their mortgage for a place triple the size is less than your rent. How is that even possible?
You start running the numbers in your head, you look at your budget, you look at theirs, and it just doesn't compute. It feels completely unfair. And here's the spoiler. It is unfair. But the good news, if you can call it that, is that this isn't about you. It's not a personal failure. It's the math. And the math has been rigged against single people for a long, long time. So let's get into it. What you're dealing with, this feeling of constantly being behind, it actually has a name. It's called the singles tax. Now, this isn't some line item on your tax return. Oh no, it's way sneakier than that. It's this invisible, systemic penalty you pay for not playing life on two-player mode.
And that's really the heart of it, right? The singles tax is all that financial friction you experience just for being independent. It's the higher per person cost on literally everything, from your apartment to your groceries. But it's also about the massive opportunities for building wealth that couples just walk right into.
Okay, let's break down exactly where this hidden tax is hitting you, because it's draining your bank account in ways you might not even realize. And we have to start with the biggest, most obvious wound in your budget: housing. This is where the numbers get, well, they get pretty insulting. Just think about this for a second. Let's say a decent two-bedroom apartment in your city goes for, say, $2,400 a month. Logic would tell you a one-bedroom should be half that, right? $1,200? Nope, not even close. It's probably going to be more like $1,800. So you end up paying 75% of the total price for only 50% of the bedrooms. That is not a discount. It's a scam with a one-year lease. And this chart really just lays it all out, bare. Your coupled friends grab that $2,400 two-bedroom, but they split it right down the middle. So they're each paying $1,200. You're stuck paying $1,800. That means they have an extra $600 a month every single month that you don't. That's over $7,000 a year after taxes that they can invest, save, or travel with. It's a huge head start. And then there's the grocery store. It's like the entire place is designed to punish you. That giant family pack of chicken is $3 a pound. Awesome deal. But the single portion you actually need, that'll be $6 a pound, thank you very much. So you're stuck in this impossible choice. Either buy in bulk and watch half of it go bad, or pay literally double for the same food. And the hits just keep on coming. Car insurance companies actually charge single people more because their data says married people are more stable. Your perfect driving record? Yeah, that doesn't matter as much as your relationship status. Plus, you're on the hook for 100% of the internet bill, 100% of the power bill, and don't even get me started on these single supplement fees for travel. It all adds up to a massive financial drag. So, okay, we've talked about the daily death by 1,000 cuts. But now let's zoom out, because this goes way beyond your grocery bill. We're talking about how the entire financial system, even the government, is fundamentally built for two. I mean, just look at this. This is the hard truth. Our tax system is basically stuck in the 1950s. For 2026, a single person gets a standard deduction of about $15,000. A married couple, almost $30,000. You might think, well, that's just double. What's the big deal? The big deal is that they get that massive deduction while sharing one mortgage, one internet bill, and buying one couch. The system is actively rewarding them for consolidating their lives while penalizing you for your independence. And all of this creates what I call the invisible income effect. You feel like you're falling behind your coupled friends, but you're not even in the same race. You are fighting a two-on-one battle every single day. You're comparing your single income and your single set of expenses against households with two incomes, shared expenses, and a whole bunch of tax breaks. It's an unfair fight. Right about now, you might be thinking, okay, this stinks. I pay a few thousand extra a year, but is it really a catastrophe? Oh yeah, it absolutely is. Because we're about to show you how this annual annoyance compounds over time into a literal $1,000,000 problem. And this right here is where the math gets really, really scary. Because it's not just about the 10 grand or so you might be overpaying every year. The real damage is the opportunity cost of that money. That's $10,000 a year that you are not investing. It's money that's not growing, not compounding, and not buying your freedom down the road.
So let's just run a little simulation here. Meet person A. They couple up at 25, share costs, and easily find an extra $800 a month to stick in a simple index fund. Now here's person B. They're single, paying that singles tax, and there's just nothing left over to invest. By age 35, person A is already sitting on about $110,000. That's when person B finally gets some breathing room and starts investing the same amount. But it's too late. The damage is done. By retirement, person A has over $850,000, while person B, who started just 9 years later, has maybe $400,000. That gap is just enormous.
So here it is. When you factor in the lost investment gains, and then you add in the housing equity from the home that person A was able to buy 10 years earlier because they had two incomes to get the loan, the total difference in their net worth easily blows past $1 million. The singles tax isn't a few extra bucks for chicken. It's a 7-figure hit to your entire life.
Okay, does that number make you feel a little sick? Good, it should. But we're not going to end on that depressing note, because the singles tax is just a penalty for playing by the default rules. So, we're going to break the rules. You can't just wait around for a partner to fix your finances. You have to start manufacturing the economic benefits of a partnership without needing the actual partner.
So here's how we fight back. Number 1, the strategic roommate. I know, you feel like you're too old for a roommate, but living alone is a luxury that is actively costing you your future. Getting back that $800 a month is your retirement fund. Number 2, the shadow household. Get 2 single friends, split a Costco membership, and start buying in bulk together. Stop paying a 40% markup on toilet paper. And finally, the ultimate cheat code, house hacking. Scrape together a down payment on a duplex, live in one half, and rent out the other. Your tenant just became your financial spouse. They're paying down your mortgage and building your wealth for you.
Look, the system is designed to squeeze every last dollar out of single people. It is banking on you being too proud to get a roommate at 30, too disorganized to coordinate a bulk grocery run, and too scared to try and buy a home by yourself. You cannot let it win. You don't need a spouse to build wealth. You need a calculator, and you need the courage to live just a little bit differently than everyone else who's going broke trying to look successful.